Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the mechanism and rate law. If we are talking about the order of reaction for any of the chemical reaction, it is found that it is not necessary that whatever the order of reaction we got, which is similar to that of the stoichiometric coefficient of the reaction, because order of reaction it is experimentally concept and rate law that is theoretical concept. And order of reaction, when we are doing the experiment for any of the reaction, actually sometime it may be similar to that of coefficient or sometime it may not be similar. So why does it happens actually? So here it is found that sometime it does happens that many of the reactions are there which may complete in one or two steps. So here the rate of reaction is depends on the slowest step, whatever the steps took place for the completion of the reaction, that is called to be as the mechanism of the reaction. So here on the basis of the mechanism of the reaction we are going to see how the rate of reaction is depends on the slowest reaction. See here we have one example where NO2 react with F2 to gives out NO2F. By balancing the reaction, here we get 2 NO2 and 2 as a product. When we see the mechanism of the reaction, the first step that involved for this one is NO2 react with F2 to give NO2F plus F. That is the first step. In the second step, again this NO2 react with F to gives out NO2F. That is the first reaction and the second reaction. When we merge these two reaction, here in the first step product side F and the second step reactant side, these two have get cancelled, and after cancelling here we got the final product as NO2 combined to get 2 NO2 plus F2 gives out 2 NO2F. That is the final product. But when we see the order of reaction, as we know that order of reaction it depends on the slowest one. So here the first step is the slower reaction. That's why the order of reactions depends on the first one, and we know that order of reaction or rate law is only depend on the concentration of the reactant but not on the product. So here when we see the concentration of the reactant, here we have two reactant which combine with each other, and here the stoichiometry of both is 1 and 1. It means it shows second order of reaction. But when we see the final reaction or as a product, so here we have 2 NO2 plus 1 F2. By adding these we got 3 as order of reaction. But as we know that order of reaction it is not theoretical but it is an experimental concept. So it means that here we have order of reaction as 2. We can take some more example to prove that order of reaction is experimental concept. See here we have one reaction that is in which NO2 combined with CO gives out NO plus CO2. Here we see that here one NO2 combined with one CO. It means it shows the order of reaction that is second order. When we do the mechanism of this one, here NO2 first combine with itself, that is NO2 to gives out NO plus NO3. In the second step, this NO3 combine with carbon monoxide to gives NO2 plus CO2, that is second step. After this step, we will cancel out whatever the thing is similar, and after that we got the final product. So NO3 in the reactant side and the product side get cancel out. Again NO2 in the reactant side and the product side get cancel out, and finally we got NO2 plus CO gives out NO plus CO2. This is the final reaction, and in the final reaction we know here with the help of final reaction, here the order of reaction will be 2, because here we have one NO2 and one CO, then 1 and 1 combined, because order of reaction is what? It is the sum of power of the reactant, concentration of the reactant. So on the basis of this one we have order of reaction 2, and when we see the mechanism of this one, we know that the rate of reaction is depends on the slowest one. So first step is the slower reaction, and in the first steps also we have NO2 plus NO2. It means they both are having 1 as a stoichiometric coefficient. So by experiment also here we got order of reaction as 2. It means order of reaction on the basis of theoretical concept and the experimental concept both are same. That already I told you that it is sometime possible that the order of reaction may be similar to the stoichiometric coefficient that is given theoretically or may not be similar. Okay, so these are all about the mechanism and rate law in which the order of reaction depends. Moving to the next topic, that is integrated rate law. Rate law, that already we have discussed about this one. Rate law is what? It is on the basis of decrease of the concentration of the reactant or increase in the concentration of the product. Here first we will talk about the instantaneous reaction. We know that we have three type of reaction, that is instantaneous reaction, average reaction and slow reaction. But here we will be discussing about instantaneous reaction and the average reaction, but not about the slow reaction. We already have done the differential equation of instantaneous reaction, in which we have rate is equal to minus d concentration of R upon dt, where d represent the small change, R represent reactant and dt represent the small change in time. Whereas d concentration of product upon dt, where P represent the concentration of the product, D represent the small increase in the concentration of product, where dt represent the small change in the time. Okay, but here whenever we are talking about or to need to know the accurate value of concentration of the reactant, it is not possible with the help of differential equation. That's why there is need to integrate the equation, and with the help of integration equation we will get the accurate value of concentration of the reactant, because we know that rate law is depends only on the reactant but not on the product. Here first we will have the integration of zero order of reaction. Here we know zero order reaction. First we take both rate law and law of mass action. That is rate is equal to minus d, that is small change into the concentration of reactant upon dt, upon rate is equal to k concentration of R naught, that is according to the law of mass action. Okay, so by combining this equation 1 and 2, here we have d with the concentration of R upon dt is equal to k, that is rate law concentration of R, because it is zero order of reaction, that's why here we have 0 as a power. Okay, so we know that if we have R or 0 as a power, so it do not have any value, that's why we can remove this one, and 0 multiply R is equal to 0. So we can also write it as minus d with the concentration of R is equal to k dt. We can just shift this dt or multiply it with k. On integrating both the side, integration of this one, then we have integration d concentration of R is equal to k integration dt, and by taking integration constant, here we have minus concentration of R is equal to kt plus I. This I, it is because of the integration constant. I is equal to integration constant that we are taking in place of this above equation. Okay, if at time, initial time, we know that we have initial time and final time. If at time 0 the value of R is taken as R0 with the concentration, then here by putting the value of this one minus R0 is equal to I. Now here you can put the value of I into this equation, that is minus R is equal to KT minus R naught. R naught, it is the value of I that we have to put in the above equation. Now by taking the similar one together, r naught minus r with the concentration is equal to, or we can also call it as concentration of r naught minus concentration of r is equal to kT. That is the equation. With the help of this one you can solve many of the numerical for the zero order of reaction, where r naught it is the initial concentration at time t and r is the final concentration at time t. Okay, if we are having the value r naught is equal to a, if we are taking in place of r naught concentration of r0 is equal to a and concentration of r is equal to a minus x, then simply by putting the value in the above equation we have a is equal a minus inside the bracket a minus x bracket close is equal to kt, and here we got x is equal to kt by cancelling a on this side. Okay, then final equation will be x is equal to kt.